So I want to talk about a basketball concept that some of you guys may not know. It's called a screen. And a screen is where one guy's got the ball and they're dribbling and one of their teammates comes up and they set a block, or what's called a screen or a pick, to block the person who's defending that person with the ball from being able to continue to defend them. So in a perfect scenario, the guy's dribbling the ball, brings their defender to the person setting the screen, that the defender stops in place and the guy keeps driving and can go to the basket or hit a shot where the defender can't get them. Now, the person setting the screen or the pick, their job is to figure out, do I switch? Do I now guard the guy who is now open? Or do I tell my teammate that, hey, there's a screen coming, you need to fight around that and get around and continue to guard it? And that decision, that communication, it's going to happen like that, and it's going to make the difference between an open shot and not. And this happens a lot. And the other day I was playing basketball and we were game point, next person to score wins, and my person that I was guarding came up and set a screen for the guy on the ball, and I didn't communicate fast enough. I didn't recognize it fast enough, and I didn't make a decision fast enough to communicate with my teammate, hey, you're going to get screened. You need to fight through that. Or, hey, you're going to get screened. I'm going to step up and switch, and I'm going to guard the guy. And so the screen happened, the guy came and he shot the ball and it went in and scored, and we lost the game because of that decision. Now, happens super quick. Just like in business, things happen super, super quick that we have to be prepared for them, and we got to react quickly. I think about this, like, what are the things that we have to do to prepare? When we're going into our day, we can't let our day happen. Like, there's going to be a plan of action. I got to know what I'm doing every single minute of the day, because things are going to change, things are going to switch, things are going to happen that we need to know. If this doesn't go according to plan, what's the backup plan? What's the backup plan for the backup plan? And if things do happen according to plan, what am I hoping that I get out of this? Like, we've all been in those appointments where the client's like, yeah, I think I should do this. And you're like, well, you're saying yes? Oh, okay. Well, I don't really know where we go from there. So preparation is so important, both when things go wrong and when things go incredibly right. And then communicating, right? So who is it around you? Who's a part of your team where you need to over-communicate? A lot of the times we think, if we have a good teammates or we're working well together, like we could telepathically know what's going on. And I'll say that's true. You can have a teammate that you work so well with that you may not have to communicate all of the time with. But you know how that started? That started because you over-communicated and you were very clear, very precise on the words and the actions that you needed your teammate to do so you guys together could have an optimum outcome. So that's my encouragement today. First off, be extremely prepared on what are all the contingency plans, what are all the things that could happen, and what are we going to do if they go right, or what are they going to do if they go wrong? And then don't be afraid to communicate. Don't be afraid to over-communicate with your team so that they can know what's happening around them, because everybody has blind spots. Everyone's got a pick coming that they don't see. And if they run to that pick and they're not prepared because you didn't tell them, they're going to get hurt. And when they get hurt, the team gets hurt and you lose. And that's not the goal, right? In basketball and in business, we want to make sure that we're winning as often as we can because we're prepared and we're communicating.